I am back, people. Shall we continue on our little main story? I think we should. Okay, guys. After every subchapter, I'm gonna come back and then collect my rewards from the journal, the contracted jobs. So that's it. Back again, huh? After reporting the incidents I encountered in the past to Lady Scout in Asgard, I've returned to the kingdom of Norivar once more. Nothing more about my attire or background has changed. I'm still the same noble from the Eastern Isles as before. However, this time traveling alone, there's no Einherjar accompanying me, not even Igor. For Igor, it's normal. It's not the first time he didn't come along after all. As for the Einherjar, Lady Scout had mentioned something about certain temporal restrictions. To avoid any complications, I was sent out alone. Besides, she specifically instructed Xian and the others not to mention anything from the past to me, and for me to avoid interacting with Xian and the others of this current era. Wait. Besides, she specifically instructed Xian and the others not to mention anything from the past to me, and for me to avoid interacting with Xian and the others from this current era. Even though Lignar, Xian and the others haven't been with me for long, I've already grown used to having someone accompany me on missions. Moreover, I came here with a completely different mission this time. Instead of looking for Einherjar, I'm now investigating Loki's whereabouts. You said you encountered an organization in the past that shouldn't exist in that time. Yes, and it's called the Fangs of Fenrir. A sudden anomaly in time with a name like that, Lady Scout. What do you and Lady Freyja make of this? Although time anomalies sound far-fetched, if my little bird says so, then it must be true. If that's the case, then someone must have caused this. And within the gods, there's a certain someone who has both the motive and ability to pull off something like this. You mean? Of course, it's Loki, my dear little bird. Speaking of which, if he's hiding in the past to avoid capture, that will explain why we haven't been able to catch him at all. Even the organization is called Fangs of Fenrir. Perhaps the Fenrir in the tale isn't referring to the real Fenrir at all. What is it, School? Don't jump to conclusions without evidence. It's not certain yet that this is connected to Loki. But can you think of anyone else apart from him? For a moment, expression becomes complicated as she looks at Lady Freyja. Lady Scout, in any case, this is an order. Jane, prepare yourself immediately. I'll send you back into that time. Whether it's Loki or not, we must continue our investigation. No point in overthinking it. I should just focus on the mission. Afterward, I left the royal city and traveled to a coastal town to gather information. However, I found little success along the way. Perhaps the last mission already alerted them. It almost feels like the Fangs of Fenrir have disappeared without trace. Even if I wanted to start with poison again, after the previous incident, the kingdom seemed to have banned the trading of poison, making it difficult to obtain any useful intel through normal means. They want me to investigate, but I don't have any more leads apart from the fangs of Fenrir. As I'm deep in thought, a voice suddenly comes from behind me. Isn't that Lady Jane? Long time no see. I turn around in surprise, finding a familiar man standing behind me, smiling as he watches my reaction. He is the noble I met briefly during my first visit to the kingdom. I think it's Eric. I'm Eric, son of the Northern Lord, if you remember. To the sea. I hope you still remember me, Lady Jane. Of course I do. How could I ever not? Thank you for helping me at Lord Var's banquet. It's wonderful to meet you again here. The honor is mine, though I recall you were invited to the royal city by Lord Var. What brings you here alone? Well, I briefly explained how with Shion and the others' help I had cleared my name. Since I was no longer under suspicion, there were no more restrictions on my movements. I see, I'm glad you were able to clear your name. So, are you here now because of another banquet invitation? No, actually, I'm investigating something. Eric, have you heard of the Fangs of Fenrir? I recall hearing something about it a while ago, but it's been quiet recently. How interesting, a foreign noble asking around about a secret underground organization in the kingdom. Doesn't that sound a bit dangerous to you? No, it's not like that. It's just that both my friend and I were wrongly suspected because of this organization, so we're trying to track them down to even the score. I see, you're quite righteous. However, I can somewhat understand your feelings. Well, I happen to be looking into that organization too. Isn't that too much of a coincidence, Eric? Since you heard of the Fangs, I assume you've heard about the recent poisonings. If you're willing to exchange information, I might be able to provide you some insights that aren't easily known to the public. What do you say? Are you interested? Well, he doesn't seem to harbor any ill intentions towards me. He even helped me when we hadn't even met before. Right, alright, I hope you share what you know with me. In return, I'll tell you what I've discovered. Great. At present, His Majesty had issued a decree strictly prohibiting the circulation of poison used in the incident. Those who violate it will be severely punished. However, as far as I know, while some suspects have been ruled out and the organization is indeed suspected of being behind it, no solid evidence has been found yet. Oh, they don't even have a clue about the exact whereabouts of the Fangs of Fenrir. But I've come across an interesting piece of information. It said that their base is actually at sea, which is why they've been so difficult to figure out. At sea, does that mean they're pirates? I can't be sure about that. They might be pretending to be merchants during the day and secretly doing illegal trades at sea. Anyway, I plan to set sail to investigate this rumor. Set sail? You have a ship? Oh dear, you're underestimating me. As the son of a Northern Lord, I can afford a simple ship and crew. I'm about to set off now. Would you like to join me? We can discuss the exchange of information at leisure once we're aboard. What do you say? Eric stretched out his hand as he offered. Since I have no leads on the Fangs of Fenrir right now, perhaps following him will allow me a breakthrough. Alright, I'll go with you. And this is how we meet Ashin. Goddess and Midgard. With Eric, I boarded a longship with a few sailors already on it. In the gentle light of dawn, the longship set off from the shore. The sails caught the wind, emitting a pleasant whistling sound. Schools of fish glided past the bow, their scales sparkling like shooting stars. I watched the blue expanse where sky and sea meet, the heavens high and clear. Eric's crew followed his directions, rowing in steady rhythm with the waves, as if their heartbeats were connected with the ocean. So this is what it feels like to sail. I've rarely had a chance to experience this. Are you alright? Please bear with it. We're almost there. If you need anything or have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm fine, thanks. I never got the chance to ask you before, but what brought you to this coastal town? I thought your territory was closer to the mountains. It's an honor that you remember where my territory lies. Well, perhaps a northern lord, one who shouldn't be in a coastal town, came all this way just to see you? What? After you were taken away, I was worried. I thought of you often. Another carrying one. Because of that, I made a point of going to the royal city, where I found out that you were residing in the noble district. But when I went to pay you a visit, I was told you left for a coastal town. I followed your trail, and wouldn't you know, I finally ran into you here. I see. Thank you for caring about me so much. I've thought of you too. Right, MC. No, that's not what You must have been worried that Lord Val would make things difficult for me, right? Well, I apologized to him again, and he accepted it. Since I wasn't exactly wrong, we managed to reach an understanding. I'm truly happy that you still remember me. He's so thoughtful. No matter what I say, Eric always smooths things over. Being around him, I feel like I can relax, as if I could entrust everything to him. He even arranged this ship himself. He's quick to act and thorough. Looks like he's quite diligent in everything he does. Oh, about the information I have, I only know that the poison involved includes a rare material scarcely found in Midgard, so I suspect it might involve some non-human entities. Non-human entities? You mean Fangs of Fenrir? Considering their involvement, I suspect Loki's influence. Because the Fangs of Fenrir are Loki's fanatics? Yes, exactly. That's certainly an interesting point. I've heard suspicions about Norivarians, pirates, and even foreigners, but this is the first time I've heard of anyone pointing a finger at the gods. You really think differently. Well, it's unusual, I know, but isn't it still a possibility? If what you say is true and the poison used does indeed contain a rare material not commonly found in Midgard, then you must consider that possibility. I let out some awkward laughs. It was supposed to be an exchange of intel, yet I hadn't really thought about how to explain my suspicions to humans, and I nearly let slip Lady Frasia's name, but thankfully Eric didn't seem to notice. In fact, Eric even seemed to be deep in thought. However, it might not be Loki either. If it's her, it's possible she might do something just like that. Who? Turn the ship around. We are going to... I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce. Suddenly raised his voice, directing the crew to change course. A goddess named Jeff John lives there. When I was young, I studied magic with other noble children. As for our teacher, was none other than the goddess Jeff John herself. He learned magic from her. I never heard of gods living in Midgard before. Then again, I've only come into existence 6 months ago, so I guess it's natural for me to be unfamiliar with these things. So you suspect that the goddess Jeff John might have supplied the Fangs of Fenrir with the herbs. It's possible. My teacher can be somewhat unpredictable. This is a new song. I'm not sure about her exact reasons or whether she was even aware of who she was dealing with, but she was certainly capable of doing something like that. What kind of goddess is she exactly? We're almost there. Please wait a moment. Eric stands up, grasping the ship's mast with one hand. Standing a finger, he traces a rune of Lune in the air, and the sails immediately fill, propelling the ship forward at speed. Oh, magic, right? In the next instant, a thick white fog rises around us, enveloping us completely. Not only does it obscure the sky above, but even the waters ahead vanish into the mist. It is because we are nearing. The island is a circular landmass surrounded by the sea and shrouded in perpetual mist due to goddess Jetron's magic. Without her permission, no one can reach the island's center. The goddess should seem to live in such a secluded place. Moments later, a massive shadow emerges in the dense mist. As we draw closer, it becomes clear it's an island lush with vegetation. Eric and I disembark, leaving the crew to wait by the shore. The mist still covers the island, obscuring the paths through the forest. Eric casts another rune, but I can see that he was trying to disperse the fog. But the mist remains firmly in place, not dispersing at all. He tries another rune, but is equally ineffective. And unexpectedly, the fog starts to move in an indescribable way, coalescing into several shifting shapes with the core magic vibrating in the air. It's the island's keepers. They seem hostile. Is that normal? It's hard to say at the moment. I'll take care of them for now. Please stand behind me, Lady Jane. Keepers of the Mist, heed my words. I am Eric Olaf, student of the goddess Jetron. You may read the words woven into my spell, sense the power in my runes, and know my identity and my knowledge's origin. Stand down, Keepers of the Mist, for I am not your enemy. Eric's magic surges through the fog, which responds by expanding and contracting, shifting like a floating musical piece. Moments later, the mist gradually lowers, gathering around knee height. It's clear now. I didn't expect the magic to be this thick. It's like looking through a finely woven veil. Everything around us appears hazy. Surprising that you can feel it. To those that do not know magic, this would simply look like ordinary fog. That's because it's okay. That only means that the magic here is so dense that even ordinary people are able to sense it and find it overwhelming. Since we made this trip on short notice, I'll ask the crew to leave for now. If you feel unwell, you may join them on their return. Ask the crew to leave. No, I'll stay, I'll manage. Eric nods. After a few words to the crew, the ship soon departs, vanishing from sight. What? Then his expression becomes serious all of a sudden. Though he looks in my direction, he's looking past me, his attention settling on something behind me. Turn around, slow and gentle, my teacher has come. Following Eric's instructions, I turn around slowly. Isn't this fragile? A lady dressed in elegant attire stands just a few steps behind me, the mist coiling around her feet. Her face is striking, though a veil obscures her eyes, her rich, full lips standing out. A shiver runs through me. Her attire is no different from a human's, and she bears no divine artifacts, yet she radiates an intimidating authority. Is this the goddess? Jeff John. It's been a long time. Eric reacted faster than I did as he quickly stepped forward and bowed the goddess respectfully. Please forgive me, I've been preoccupied with family matters that I'm unable to visit you often. As for this person beside me, who are you? I don't remember having you as a student. A mere human from nowhere thinking that they can use my name to deceive others. My students should be out in the countryside helping the less fortunate, right? But that's not something your kind excels at anyway. Her voice and her way of speaking sound somewhat familiar, but... Is is Frija anyway. Please, as long as I use the magic you taught me, I can prove. Shut up. You call yourself a student, yet they act so proud. This is my island, so my rules. You seem somewhat gifted. If you manage to pass the trials I set, I might consider hearing your intentions. Trials? Do I have to go through the trials on the island all over again? What else? You step onto this island, there must be something you need. Whatever anyone seeks from me comes at a cost. As for you, little bird whom I've never met, has fate called for you to be here? I tried to speak, but her smile was sharp, as if she had no intention of listening to me at all. Just complete the trials and entertain me. By then I will listen to what you have to say. Be sure to stay alive until then. In an instant, thick fog rises from the ground, enveloping Eric and me. The mist that Eric has previously dispersed obscures our vision once more. She has disappeared. That's exactly her. I'm sorry that you have to see that. The trials are what everyone must experience seeking her favor. I've never heard of anything about Goddess Jeffjon. Has she always been like this? I don't mind her attitude toward me, but she should at least take some time to confirm your identity. It's useless. The mortal troubles cannot stir anything in her heart. Anyway, I need to pass the trials as quickly as possible. As Eric spoke, the surrounding fog reached out like a living entity, stretching its vague, loose hands to try and grasp my feet. What the? Trials have already begun. I guess some battles. Yes. Attack team. Okay, we are done. With the battles, let's continue on our main story, Trial in the Mist. Let's get going, Lady Jane. The trials from my teacher aren't something that can be completed in a short time. We need to find a place to settle for the night first. But I can't see the path at all. Would you be willing to trust me? He suddenly reached out his hand toward me. I look up at him. That ever-steady expression of his brings me an instant sense of calm. I take his hand and he holds onto it immediately, as if afraid of losing me in the mist. Lador, he traced a rune in the air, and the ground beneath us answered to his power, shifting so much that I almost lose my footing. Holding his hand, I feel the land rising as if we were standing upon waves. So that's it, we are not stumbling through the mist, but rather drawing a safe path to ourselves. Who would have thought of that? No wonder he's a student of the goddess. That's it, there seems to be some magic woven into the island's mist, a charm that affects one's mind. Could this also be the work of goddess? Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be affecting us too much. I should leave it be for now. As we move forward through the mist, I can feel the warm flow of magic traveling from Eric's palm to mine. Perhaps to counter the magic goddess has spun into the thick mist, or to resist the overwhelming magic surrounding us. Eric's shielding magic is constant and unwavering. He traces runes repeatedly, weaving his own magic pattern within the mist. From what I see, it's like he is trying to disrupt the goddess' enchantment with his own mark. As long as he keeps this up, he will eventually weaken her magic and dissipate the mist. We carefully press on until the mist finally thins, our surroundings gradually coming into clearer view. The prolonged strain, however, has started to wear us down. We are safe for now. The mist keepers only circle us from a distance. They won't attack anymore. Does that mean we've passed the trials? As much as I like to say so, but my teacher's trials are rarely that simple. So we can't let our guard down just yet. Also, although I've been able to draw the magic my teacher has released across the island, and I haven't spent much on my own, I'm still physically and mentally exhausted. Judging from the surroundings and the direction we are heading, we are likely in the northwestern woods of the island. I don't recall any particular dangers here, and nightfall's near. Let's set up camp here for the night. Pushing with an empty stomach wouldn't help either. Since the trials won't be anytime soon, let's rest and gather our strength before facing the next challenge. Before long, Eric and I had set up a simple campsite and lit a warm fire. After scouring the woods, we also gathered some berries and plants for dinner, and cast some basic magic to keep the campsite safe. Once finished, Eric and I sit by the fire, shoulder to shoulder, to chase away the night's chill. The fatigue built up over time suddenly engulfs me the moment I relax. Are you cold? No, it actually feels way too good right now that I'm slacking off a bit. Thinking back on Lady Jeffjohn's words, they sent shivers down my spine. It must have been quite the feat studying under her. Lady Jeffjohn, so that's what you call my teacher. Oh no, she's one of the gods after all. That was close. I almost let that slip. Do excuse me if I speak too freely, but placing too much trust in the gods can be dangerous. What's going on? Did Eric's demeanor change? I didn't know playing through the main story can level me up quite a bit. Well. Let's continue the prize. We are going forward and forward. Seeing Eric's expression suddenly turn serious, I feel a bit awkward and try to change the topic. By the way, I still don't know much about Goddess Jeftron's story in the kingdom of Norivar. Could you tell me more about her, Eric? Hearing my question, Eric ponders for a moment and then, without his previous seriousness, starts explaining. It said that she first descended to Midgard to visit the king of Norivar back then and granted him magic. After that, she helped the kingdom pacify wars and cultivate the land. Later on, the king arranged for his son to marry my teacher. However, after the marriage, she created her own land and diverted the sea to separate her home from Norivar, forming the island. There are many interpretations of why this happened, though I'm not sure which one is true. Like what? For example, some say the king tried to court her and she turned him down by doing so. Perhaps her mission of aiding her husband to ascend to the throne was complete, so she wished to end the marriage and sever all ties with them. Another saying is that she was originally a goddess residing in Asgard, but she was exiled by All-Father Odin for some transgression, forcing her to find refuge here in the world of humans. Though personally, I'm not really fond of that version of saying, as it tarnishes her honor. Wait, so it sounds like Goddess Jeftron has stayed in Midgard for almost a century. Yes, you're not wrong. Her magic is profound, seemingly boundless. Over the century, her fame spread, and her deeds became known throughout the kingdom. Afterward, many nobles would send their children to this island to study magic. I was one of them. But her temperament is strange, ever-shifting and strict. Few survived their time on this island, and those who did had to pay a price. Price? Since we met, you haven't asked me about my eye. His eye. That's because... No, I understand. That's exactly what makes you kind, Lady Jane. He removes the monocle from his face, allowing me a clearer look at his silver eye. Your eye? There were about 20 or 30 kids who came to the island with me. In the end, I was the only one who made it to graduation. This artifact was a graduation gift from my teacher when I left. She said it would allow this eye to see further and clearer than ever before. Many say it was a sign of her approval, and I like to think it was her way of showing kindness. But I may never really find out the true reason behind it. Kindness. But she doesn't remember you now. Do you feel upset about that? The funny thing is, I don't really know what to feel. She has always acted on a whim, but she has her gentle side, even if she rarely shows it. It is those brief moments of kindness that somehow leave a lasting impression. Eric puts his monocle back on and looks up at the sky. Surrounded by the fog, we can barely see the stars and the moon. Yet his silver gaze, hidden behind his monocle, seems to pierce into the distance. I look at Eric's profile, somewhat entranced. Forgive me. We keep talking about my teacher. That must be boring you, no? Perhaps you could share something about yourself? Myself? That came from nowhere. How should I? Well, I'm just a minor noble from the Eastern Isles. I see, but I've heard there are many noble houses there. Which family might you be from? Well, that I'd rather not say. Oh, is the fire getting low? Let's add some wood. I have no idea how to handle Eric's questions. The questions are indeed tough. Seeing me struggle to change the subject, Eric smiled slightly. Forgive me, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. If it's a secret, feel free to keep it that way. I would, however, like us to become friends. I hope that one day we can speak our minds freely. For now, rest against me. The chill of the night could be numbing. Thank you for the offer, but I'm good. You brought rations and blankets when we left the boat, didn't you? I just take one of those. Although Eric seemed to speak exactly as he meant, the enchanting magic in the mist around the island made me uneasy, and my body was reacting to his touch. Deeply ashamed, I tried my best to suppress the feeling, wanting to distance myself to keep Eric from noticing anything amiss. Yet he speaks again. Are you sure you'll be alright? You look like you're feeling the cold. This feels so annoying. I can handle this. I'll be fine, don't worry. It's getting late, so let's get some rest. Forcing down my emotions, I clumsily pull away, trying to calm myself with an awkward haste. Turning my back to Eric, I quickly lie down, hoping sleep will come before I lose control. I wonder what kind of look Eric has on his face as he watches me. Why do I feel so conflicted inside? Alright then, I'll rest soon too. Just call me if you need anything. Good night, my lady. I don't know how much time has passed. In the quiet of the night, the fire crackles softly, its warmth and light somehow comforting, yet I still can't seem to fall asleep. I steal a glance at Eric. He's asleep, he leaning against a tree with his chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm. He looks sound asleep, yet somehow remains alert as if he could awaken at any moment. How does he manage to sleep like that, or is he less affected by the magic here? Watching his sleeping face, my thoughts slowly become hazy, and finally I drift off into sleep too. MC, are you feeling... Lady Jane, wake up. Hearing Eric's urgent voice, I jolted awake, instantly sensing something wrong. The mist has enveloped us once again so thick he even obscures the campfire nearby, leaving only the faint crackling sound. It seems my teacher isn't keen on letting us rest too easily, taking even our sleep. The mist seems to have been stirred up by something. I can feel some intense flow of magic nearby. It could be a large creature. Oh, that's just my guess. How interesting, my thoughts align with yours. Oddly enough though, I don't sense hostility from it. We should proceed with caution. He steps away and I rise to my feet. However, as I steady myself and start to look for him, his figure has already vanished into the thick mist. Huh? Harry? In an instant, the mist thickens until I cannot even see my own feet. I tense up at the creeping feeling of standing alone in an endless void, losing all connection to the world around me. Trying to calm myself, I close my eyes, focusing on the flow of magic in my surroundings, hoping that it would lead me to Eric. Got it, just a bit ahead. No, this immense magical presence is getting closer, and there's more than one. What are they? Sudden anxiety sweeps over me. Just then, a shadow lunges at me from within the mist. Okay, it's a battle stage. I'll do a might team.
他のみんなは心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。代償を払え。思い通りにはさせない。お前はちょうどいい。お前はアシェを傷つけた。ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずに済む。代償を払え。次は私の番です。 変な感じ。代償。
次は私の番です。次は私の番です。援助感謝します。
ちょうどいい。
How many of them are
変
there?
なちょうどいい感じだ。
他のみんなは心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。
I shall let the battles run on auto while I go for my toilet break in a few minutes.
お前は共闘しないか。ちょうどいい代償を。
Hello, people. I'm back, but you have to excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue the main story while while I snack on some cookies. I'm really hungry, so I'll come back to narrate the rest of the main story or chapter once I'm done. So I'll be muting myself and then let's continue on the story.
Oh. So. So. So.
I just want to comment at this point that Eric sounds like right. I'm I'm thinking, well, all the other eyes will feel the same as him and be upset if NC gets hurt. But I'll continue the main story, muting myself.
君の絶対に心配しないでください。
変な
絶対に
お前はアシェを傷つけた。
絶対くそ絶対に思い通りにはさせない。
少し先に休む。ちょうどいい。
本当にありがとう。すっごく助かったよ。心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。 思い通りにはさせない。あ、僕を攻撃するなんて。本当君のおかげで万事か。絶対に。あ、僕を攻撃するなんて。あんたは相手を間違えたね。
お前はアシェを傷つけた。
ご助力感謝します。
共闘。
本当にありがとう。
共闘。共闘。
心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。あなたのおかげで助かりました。本当に。
代償を払え。
君
巨匠。
心配しないでください。くそ。ご助力感謝します。本当にありがとう。
いいか。
心配しないでください。心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。
お前を。
あ、僕を攻撃するなんて。
ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずに済んだ。
What the hell? Why is the teacher asking, gifting an unknown woman a man to touch? What the hell? I just had to unmute myself to kind of comment on this, like, okay, right. Let's see how this goes. I wanna unmute myself again. Can I take back? I'll take her offer to enjoy Eric.
お前を
本当にありがとう。心配しないでください。 まだ耐えられます。
いい感じ。
助けてくれてありがとう。お礼に薬草をあげる。君のおかげで万事解決。
いい感じ。
あんたは相手を間違えたね。心配しないでください。君のおかげで万事解決。助かったよ。ありがとう。
代償を払え。
助けて心配しないで。
変な感じだ。
ご助力感謝します。
お前はアシェを傷つけた。
心配し、あなたのおかげで助かりました。本当にありがとうございます。本当にありが
ちょうど
絶対
いい感じだ。
あんたは相手を間違えたね。僕は大丈夫だよ。絶対に思い通りにはさせない。本当に
変な変な
くそ。
共闘しないか。
絶対に思い通りにはさせない。
共闘お前はいい感じだ。大主張お前はアシェを傷つきちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずに
I'm back.
ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずに
And I'm gonna go back to narrating and also sharing my comments about the storyline so far. Like, well, I miss narrating Ashen's appearance as the elf. And then that story, I mean, wait, Ashen's appearance just reminds me so much of Raphael. Like, I know he's a pirate, he's an elf, that Raphael is not, but that white blouse just reminds me of Fishy so much. And anything connected with the sea just reminds me of him. But and anyways, I feel like Eric's story, you know, just resonates. It just feels like such a normal a normal family background in any, I don't know, maybe it happens much more often in Asian society, so that really resonates and hits home. So let's continue on our main story, and I think we are about the end, thread's end, right? Wait, so we'll have to get Eric and Ashen to be one of our Einherjar, right? With the runes as guidance, Eric led me deeper into the forest. Along the way, we encountered quite a few mistkeepers. As time passed, I felt that we were gradually delving into the heart of the island, and the scenery of the forest began to show subtle differences. This should be it. This should be what? A possible dwelling of the Shade Reef. There are places on this island that my teacher usually forbids entry to, and this is one of them. I thought starting from such a location would give us some clues. But apart from the different terrain, I don't sense anything unusual here. No, listen. Eric came to stand by my side, seemingly wanting me to concentrate and listen. I focused, trying to catch a sound he wanted me to hear, but I can't hear anything at all. Eric, is there really any sound here? The man beside me seems to smile. Of course there is, the sound of the prey talking. I can hear it clearly. Wait, I hear it now. I yelled, and Eric gasped at the same time, focusing on the changes around us. For the immense magical presence stirring the air has returned once again. Sudden commotion erupts from the thicket ahead, and a dark shadow leaps out. It moves so quickly that we don't even have time to cast a spell. Eric releases my hand and just like that stares warily at the shadow. Ashen seems to be like some kind of ghost annoying them. You're the elven pirate from before. I'm not called that name. Of course. The young elf sniffs the air, his expression unreadable. Yet it doesn't look like he's going to attack us.
Oh.
What's your name? I'm Ashen. And you? Ashen. Jane. How strange, this elf seems to harbor no hostility. Are you here to study under Lady Jeffjohn? No. I got lost at sea. There were no supplies on the ship, so I came ashore. As a result, I couldn't leave. This island shouldn't be that easy to enter, right? Really? I got out here the first day, and then a goddess appeared saying that she wouldn't listen to my request until I passed her trials. I thought that goddess was you, but later realized that I was mistaken. Well, not really, to be honest. There's this familiar scent on you. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Have you seen me before? But that's impossible. I was created by Lady Phaedra only half a year ago, and as far as I remember, I've never encountered an elf. In any case, I can help you. That way, we can end this fast quickly. Does he not plan to attack me anymore? That's great. I was worried I couldn't beat him. In fact, we are looking for the Shade Reef. Lady Jeffjohn said we must defeat it and pass her trials before she will listen to our request and let us leave.
So.
Got it. Then we can work together. Ashen nods, but just when I think that I can finally let my guard down, he suddenly bends down and assumes an attacking posture, drawing a cutlass from his waist. His movement is so swift that I only manage to see his blade flashing before me, the sharp light blinding me. The Eric beside me struck square in the neck, unable to utter even a single sound. Ashen pulls me behind him, and it's only then that I notice the unusual state of Eric. The wound on his neck does not bleed, and the mark vanishes right in front of my eyes. Why did you attack me? Intuition. The scent is different, and when I appeared, you didn't possess the same hostility as yesterday. You didn't step up to protect Jane either. Smart. Suddenly, Eric's figure dissolves into a blurred silhouette charging toward us. Okay. Tag team, right? Let's go.
ちょうどいい変な
心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。
いい感じだ。
ご助力感謝。あんたは相手を間違えたね。
I'm casting
本
magic
当に
because
いい感じだ。大
I
将
think this
絶対
would
に
be
思い通りにはさせない。
magic based, so I just kind of instinctively use magic
いい感じだ。
defense.
大将
申し訳ありません、ご主人様。
大将大将少し先に休む。
Oh, dang, I didn't get to see that. Oh, I'm up to level 50. That's interesting. I know now why I can't clear this, because I should be on my might team attack.
お前を
次は私の番です。
ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずに済んだ。
No, them putting Eric and
ちょうどいい
Ashen.
変な
I feel like
感じだ。
他のみんなは
it is a
ちょ
Zane versus Raphael situation for me. My two mains and lads. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy my stream so
次は
far. And
私の番です。
if you like what you see, please follow me to encourage me to create more such videos, and if you can, if it's not too much trouble,
わざわざ行かずに
you can follow and add me on YouTube as well, where I will be uploading these streams.
変な
次は私の
大将ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずにいい感じだ。お前は足を傷つけた。
Very cool.
お前は
ありがとうございます。
ちょうどいい。わざわざ行かずにお前はちょうどいい。
次は他のみんなは
Okay, the two lookalikes. Let's find out who has been impersonating as Eric here. After a few clashes, the figure made of black mist realized it couldn't gain the upper hand and quickly vanished before our eyes. The forest returned to silence once again. Ashen didn't pursue further. Sheathing his blade and turning to look at me, I already knelt down, cradling my head in disbelief. How could this happen? It seems you can't kill that thing with a knife. No, I mean, when did the sheep swap with Eric? I clearly didn't. I see now, it was Lady Jeftron. As I buried my face in my hands, overwhelmed by self-loathing. Why do you need to self-loathe? I see. Ashen looks on with confusion. It must have been when Lady Jeftron spoke to me that the real Eric was replaced by the sheep wraith. and I failed to notice even that. How naive I had been. A shade wave can perfectly mimic another's appearance and thoughts, and that was why it could easily bring you back to his lair. It's normal that you didn't notice. I'm sorry, please give me some space. Okay, first Eric, we need to find the real Eric. Taking a deep breath, I finally regained my composure and looked at the elven young man who calls himself Ashen solemnly. Since he agreed to work together before, I should be able to ask him for help. No matter what, he's my only option now. Ashen, can you help me find that man you encountered yesterday? Is that what Jane wants? Yes, I need to make sure that he's safe, otherwise, Ashen. He did not respond, only lowering his head and starting to wrap the thread connecting to me around his wrist. This will do. At least I'm still able to thread the shade wave down this way. That's more than enough, thank you very much. But I have a condition. Condition? Go ahead, if it's something I can do, I'm happy to repay you. After we finish, I want to hold you. This game has a thing about saying that they wanna have sex. I want to hold you after we finish. What do you mean? This is too funny. What do you call it otherwise? Meeting, copulating. The magic here is also affecting my body. If I don't do something, I feel restless. I see, but you don't like it? No, I just think that it's only our second time meeting each other. No, what am I saying? It's not about how many times we've met. How should I put it? Sorry, I understand how you feel, but can we discuss this after we find Eric? I'm really worried about him and time is running out. As for your condition, I need a little more time to think about it. Sorry. The magical interference is still manageable for now. Okay. Thank goodness he still follows me, or I wouldn't be able to keep up with his thinking at all. Ever since spending time with the contractors, I've gradually come to understand that I shouldn't be too direct with certain topics. It's actually myself that has changed over time. After reorganizing my thoughts, I continued the advance with Ashen leading the way. However, Ashen is too fast. Several times I either almost lost sight of him or was simply pulled along by the thread. After a few instances, he finally noticed and slowed down. His almost animalistic intuition and way of moving often leave me astonished. Even now, I still can't believe that I actually encountered an elf, and not just any elf, but one who has become a pirate and lived among humans. I searched my mind for any impressions I've had of elves, but all I can recall is that they live in seclusion. Kochu is nearby. Ashen leads me further. Impressive. Is this level of sensitivity to magic another trait of the elves? I could hear the sounds of combat. Looks like they have already engaged in battles. I hear the sounds of magical attacks that shook the nearby forest right after. Ashen and I rush to the scene and sure enough see two men resembling Eric unleash impressive spells at each other with broken branches as wands. We hide among the low bushes, watching as tree roots and vines twist around their feet, sometimes swaying like serpents and sometimes shooting toward one another in the form of sharp thorns. Both sides are locked in a fierce, evenly matched battle. Even I wouldn't dare to recklessly step near the fray under such conditions. As I stand there, unsure of what to do, I see Ashen bend down, frowning intensely at the two. No good, their scents are mixed together and they are both casting magical attacks at each other. The flow of magic in the area is all jumbled up and I can't distinguish between them. What should we do then, Ashen? Do you know any other weaknesses of the wraith. I've stabbed the heart, cut the throat, and just now beheaded it. None of those will kill it. Okay. If I enter the fight, can you cover me? I can. Then let's do it. The small patch of forest has already been reduced to barren wasteland by their devastation. But I think if MC steps in, whoever who's not attacking MC is the real Eric and the other one is a fake. Drenched in sweat, I inhale deeply and charge out from the bushes, stopping in the center of the space. They cannot stop the arrows in time, but luckily Ashen is there to block the attacks with his blade. The two Erics immediately halt their movements simultaneously. Their clothes are tattered, wounds litter their bodies, and their faces are devoid of any smile. The chill in their eyes seem to reject any warmth that dares enter, and I shiver at the murderous hostility. Eric, I actually cannot tell which one of you is the real one. That continuing this battle will only put you at a disadvantage, so I must join either of you. Please prove to me who the real Eric is. I believe I'll know. Who is the imposter? Exciting. Lady Jane, why are you standing with the elf? Because I found out that he actually meant no harm. Even though he's a pirate that's invaded the kingdom of Norivar, you're still trusting him. Lady Jane, you're kinder than I thought, or should I say naive? Huh? Then again, if you weren't so naive, I wouldn't have been able to get this far with you. To be honest, things have been so easy that I'm a bit surprised. Both of them are laughing at you. Eric, you are willing to help me. Isn't that our good intentions? Good intentions? Who in this world truly harbors good intentions? Looks like the one with the monocle is the real one. You intentionally hid your identity from me. Wasn't that part of your own schemes? I guess your kindness is also a facade, isn't it? Haha, right. Who in this world truly harbors good intentions? As the disheveled Eric spoke eloquently, the other Eric's gaze gradually turned cold. He raises his makeshift wand and the roots rising from the ground are lunged fiercely at the other Eric. However, his attack has missed. After dodging the sudden assault, the other Eric charges. The other Eric charges towards me. So that's the fate. Oh dear. My lady, you see, the shade wave has revealed its true colors. Please let me protect you. Eric then smiles as he pulls me into his embrace. I water my eyes not only because of Eric's abrupt action, but also due to the shocking scene before me. The hands holding me have twisted and crumbled, and eventually morphing the terrifying form, half human and half monster. If either of you dares to make a move, I will pierce this fellow's heart. Both Ashen and Eric stare at the shade wave, not moving a single inch. And the shade wave laughs even more audaciously. You've lost, brats. This fella's genuinely kind. She never dares to attack because she's worried about accidentally hurting you. However, you keep doubting her and even intend to use her. That's why you failed. Faced with such a situation, I find myself utterly helpless. We are not in mere stress. If I die here, the consequences will be grave. The shade wave is right here, yet I can't hurt it at all. Weapons won't work, and Lady Phaedra only taught me non-offensive magic such as transformation, healing, and protection. Wait, magic? A thought suddenly flashed across my mind. Eric, use magic. I'm a Valkyrie, I won't die so easily from magic. Awesome. This is very interesting. I use a tag team.
なたのおかげで
I'm liking this battle scene. Anyways, I've leveled quite a bit, so I think I should be able to raise my cards and also to pull 10 maybe.
僕をなぜ俺ばかり攻撃する。あなたのおかげで助かりました。本当にありがとうございます。終わったか。あんたは相手を間違えたね。なかなかだ。感謝します。僕は大丈夫だよ。心配しないで。
Right, there's gonna be an update tomorrow on the game. So 2 games having a update tomorrow. Let's Valkyrie Hearts. Valkyrie Heart. ずる賢い戦術だな。なかなか巧妙でずる賢い戦術だな。終わったか。姉さん、ご助力。Right, so tomorrow they will start the update at 3 p.m. Singapore time and end at 6. あんたは相手を間違えたね。終わったか。僕を攻撃するなんて。K-Jaw? What's that? Eric drew a rune and suddenly a flame appeared on the Shade Race's back. I hurriedly cast a defensive spell, though I can still feel the intense heat that it doesn't do me much harm. However, it's another story for the Shade Wraith. Caught off guard is instantly engulfed by the fire. Tossing me aside, it writhes and screams, its form gradually disintegrating in the flames. The effect of the fire magic doesn't last long, vanishing as soon as it appears. The Shade Wraith twists, slowly dissolving into a mass of black mist. It's not over yet, it's trying to escape. Damn. Eric, Eric takes hold of the blackness, rolling into the nearby bushes along with the disintegrating blackness in his arms. I rush into the bushes and there is Eric sitting on top of the shade wave, gripping the branch he has just used as a makeshift wand, embedding it deep in the shade wave's abdomen. His back is pierced by the shade wave's distorted, monstrous claws, fresh blood dripping to the ground. Eric, I'll heal you right away. I grab him from his side, casting magic in an attempt to alleviate Eric's wounds. However, no matter how hard I try, it is in vain. The blood continues to ooze and soaks the grass beneath. This can't be useless. Healing magic is of no use to someone who is dying. Oh no. Eric's face contorts in pain, his features growing even paler. Is he really dying, Eric? If so, she must quickly contract him, right? You know. Okay. How could this happen? I cried out in desperation, hot tears streaming down my cheeks. There's no need to pretend to care. That insincere demeanor is anything but ladylike. Huh? What? I watched in shock as Eric opened his mouth, the words leaving his weakened form. Haha, women, who's ever truly kind anyway? Oh man. Why is he... Right, I think he's just distrusting of people. Each of you has your own agenda, right? No one is genuinely kind. Eric, what are you saying? Yet Eric does not respond. As the light in his eyes beams, the shade wave he has pinned to the ground transforms into a wisp of blackness, then completely dissipates. What? Shit. How could this happen? Eric. It's too late. Overwhelmed by grief, my tears roll down my cheeks. If it hadn't been for Eric just now, if it weren't for this trial, Eric would not have to die, right? You did well, Jane. Goddess Jeff John's gentle voice reached my ears. Suddenly appearing before me, she's bending down slightly, clapping her hands lightly, her face filled with uncontainable joy. She gazes at my changing expression, carefully lifting my chin with one hand. Thank you, little bird, you've pleased me a lot. Lady Jeffron, can you save Eric? Oh dear, naive little bird, why are you saying this is Eric's fate? What's there to discuss? Fate. The sense of powerlessness washes over me and I feel somewhat dazed. Standing beside me, Shen does not offer any words of comfort or reproach. He's simply there with me, quiet. Really now, don't be sad, little bird. He was indeed with potential, but his experiences kept him off the battlefield. This opportunity was a stroke of luck for him. In normal times, he would likely have been assassinated during some political struggle. Someone like him wouldn't attract the attention of the gods at all. So Eric has attracted the attention of the gods. in normal times he would likely have been assassinated. So Eric has attracted the attention of the gods, meaning suddenly I see a translucent figure detach from the slowly cooling body I hold on to, standing up. What? Although this creature never let down its guard against you. Until its death, at least you made it feel a bit of humanity's warmth just now. I was initially worried about giving him to you like this, but after this I believe this creature should have learned to obey its master a little. It's a gift from me to you, after all you've passed the trials. Ragnarok is approaching and Asgard cannot remain unprepared. Eric's joining will surely be of help. As for whether you can handle this gift, that depends on your abilities. This is so freaking fine. The main story. It just makes me Eric is now dead, I guess. Blinks and looks at me and then at him in my arms. There's confusion on his face, but there's also this relief. I died. I'm sorry I didn't manage to save you. Now that Eric has also woken up, it's reward time for the trials. Goddess Jeff John claps her hands cheerfully. She's like some pimp. She seems like some pimp. First up, Ashun, the pretty elven young man. I know you've always wanted to leave this island. Ashun glances at me, his expression hesitant, and I blush. Right, he mentioned that after this he wanted to hold you, MC. Don't worry, the fates of you and Jane have already begun to intertwine. Once you leave this island, you will soon meet again. I see. By the way, I can sense your magic. I look forward to reuniting with Jane. With that, he even looks at me pointedly, as if asking me to go find him soon. Goddess Jeff John nods happily, and in the next moment, Ashun's figure vanishes beside me. I watch everything in surprise, and Goddess Jeff John lets out another laugh. What? Alright, I finally get that smartass out of the way. Now it's time for both of you to share your wishes. Goddess Jeff John reaches out and snaps her fingers in the air. Suddenly we are no longer in the forest but in a warm wooden cabin. Eric and I sit at the long table, finding Goddess Jeff John across from us, and with another wave of her hand, fragrant hot tea and food appear on the table. This truly is the extent of Vanir's magical ability. I shudder at the mere thought that this entire island's an extension of her magic, once again filled with admiration for the goddess before me. So, the contract. Slow down, little bird. With me around, those guys from Helheim wouldn't come to snatch Eric away so quickly. She rested her chin on her hand, smiling as she popped the juicy fruit into her mouth. Well, Eric, though you are my student, passing 3 trials is still no easy feat, so let's discuss your wish first. Our resurrection is not possible. Once you're dead, you're dead. I have neither the power nor the obligation to pull you back from the goddess hell. To my surprise, Eric chuckled lightly. Father, mother, sister, family interests, all those annoying things. I no longer have to care about them. Ha ha ha. Right, Eric. If that's the case, what could I possibly ask for? Eric. I look at Eric in his soul form and see a gentle smile on his lips. His eyes filled with a sense of ease and relief I have never seen before, which comes as quite a shock. Moreover, the one who completed the trials was Lady Jane, right? If you can grant me one wish, I will surrender mine to her. Eric's voice dropped noticeably. The calmness he maintained while conversing with Goddess Jeffdron demonstrates a mental fortitude that ordinary people cannot compare to. Well then, since you've said so, I have no objections. And Jane, what do you come to this island for? With Goddess Jeffdron's question, I remember the reason why I originally followed Eric to this island. Right, there's a poison circulating in Midgard recently, and I want to know if you have given the materials for making the poison to the Fangs of Fenrir, Lady Jeffdron. Oh, the Fangs of Fenrir? I think I've heard that name recently. As for the poison, why will you suspect me? Because it's said that the poison contains materials not commonly found in Midgard. Oh dear, so that's the reason? But I'm afraid I'll let you down. I haven't left Midgard for quite a long time. Is that so? Little bird, what you want to investigate has never really been this poison, right? I said I would grant your wish, so why beat around the bush still? Exactly. I'm with the goddess on this one. Let me tell you something. The object you want to investigate comes from the Jewel, a river in Helheim. It's quite deadly to humans. And the one who brought that to Midgard and handed it to the Fangs of Fenrir was none other than Loki. I don't know how Loki suddenly appeared in this country. Maybe it was just for fun. Oh dear, before I left Asgard, I still couldn't figure out that strange fellow. I have to say, when it comes to causing chaos, Loki is really an expert. So it really was because of Loki. Then do you know where he is? Unfortunately, Loki is no longer here. What? You may not know, but that guy can traverse time and space. I think he probably got bored playing here and moved on to another place. In any case, you can at least be glad that there shouldn't be similar poisoning in the kingdom for a while. Once the water from Loki runs out, whatever fang should also disappear, right? Alright, that's the end of my questions. Time to leave the space for the young ones. I won't disturb you any longer, Jane. Make sure to enjoy the gift I've given you. Mama-san. Not Pim. Yeah, Pim, right? Goddess Jeffdron chuckles again. That smile is ever so gentle, yet carries a hint of mockery. As an extra, I will send a message to the people of the kingdom, telling them that 2 reckless fools have died on the island. What happens in the kingdom after is no longer your concern. You can decide for yourselves whether to stay or to leave. In the blink of an eye, Goddess Jeffdron's figure vanishes from my sight, leaving only Eric and me staring at each other. Let's go see my contractor jobs. Oops. They're not done yet. Let me check my quest. My player reaches level 50, 1,000. Dash 10 times. Log in a total of 5 days. Yep. Upgrade basic skill 10 times. Suppose I can do that. 51 now. I'm happy. Progress a lot through the main story. Let's continue. Are we gonna contract with Eric or not? Like, we have to, right? I mean, I'm just shocked that he's the first one to die. I don't exactly know you in the past. However, if you're willing, I hope you can sign a contract with me and become my Iron Harry. Does he want to be? Why should I agree to your request, Valkyrie? What good is there to becoming an Iron Harry? How should I put this? Once you became an Iron Harry, you have to come to Asgard with me to fulfill certain duties. However, afterward, you won't have to deal with family matters or see those people you don't like, such as your parents and sisters you just mentioned. You can live freely. I mean, it's sad, right? Like, Eric, why do you have to be so realistic? I mean, as much as you don't like your parents or sister, but they're still family, right? Oh, my dear Lady Valkyrie, are you really saying this is someone who once plotted to gain your trust, just to use you for elevating his status within the family? Don't you care all that I once thought about using you? I admit I was a bit shocked to learn this, but for some reason I do not dislike you, Eric. I believe your power can benefit both me and Asgard, which is part of the reason I hope you form a contract with me, but more importantly, I take a deep breath and look at Eric with determination in my eyes. I want to prove to you that not everyone who approaches you harbors malice, and that this world isn't as cold as you imagine. Perhaps for me, who has only been alive for half a year, it was a bit presumptuous to speak of it this way, but I still wanted to prove Eric wrong. In any case, I hope you can fight alongside me from now on and no longer be under the grip of your family or title. I hope that you live for yourself for once. I wonder what you think. Before I could finish speaking, Eric chuckled, interrupting me. How amusing. The corners of Eric's lips curled. Even now he maintains the elegance unique to nobility. You want to prove your words correct, huh? That's quite a bold claim, Lady Valkyrie. Well then, I'll be waiting to see how you prove it. And I believe you won't be waiting for long. After the solemn conversation, I channel my magic as I take Eric's hand in mine, planting a kiss on it. Soon the mark of our contract appears on him and I feel a certain connection formed between us. Then Eric's body is no longer transparent, as if he never died before. So this is what a contract feels like. Becoming an Iron Harry is indeed a curious experience. You'll gradually get used to it. This settles things, I suppose. Since I've successfully obtained information about Loki, I should return to Asgard first. Looks like there are quite a few matters that will need reporting once I get back. Stage clear. Latest progress reached. Okay. I guess I have finished all the main story for now. And hopefully after tomorrow's update there will be more main story to go through. I'm really enjoying this game so far for the main stories. It's really fun. That was really fun. Oh, I got everyone now. Yay! That's interesting. I even have a Shen. Like, I didn't form any contracts with him. But he's an elf and like tile. So the only ones I form a contract with, Shion, Lake, of course, and then Jago, Eric, and Aaron. Aaron and Shun. Shall I have a look at I believe I don't have any kind of food to feed any of them, because I will need to buy more recipes or make more recipes. Yep, I don't have any affinity with any of them for now. Like, Aaron and Jago's contracted jobs. Okay, I will need to golden apple pie, cherry pie, smoked meat, I desperately need this. Aaron and Jago. Aaron and Jago. But Aaron and Jago, I don't have any SR, so I can't make that particular oh, awesome. I think I need this.